Early morning, a quiet residential street in Garfield Heights, Ohio. An old woman steps outside. She's 79, housecoat, bowl of cat food. This is Nancy Segula. She is about to become a criminal. Not for robbery, not for fraud, not for anything that would make sense in a court of law. For this, a bowl of cat food on her own property, in her own neighborhood. In August 2019, a magistrate sentenced Nancy Segula to 10 days in Cuyahoga County Jail. The charge, violating City Ordinance 505.23, feeding stray cats. Welcome to illegal by law. To understand what happened to Nancy Segula, you need to understand who Nancy Segula is. Her husband died. Her own cats died. Her neighbors moved away and left their cats behind. That's it. That's the entire origin story. No agenda, no protest, no grand statement about animal rights. Just a lonely 79-year-old woman in a house that had gotten very quiet, who looked at a hungry animal and thought, I can fix that. In her own words, I miss my own kitties. They passed away. My husband passed away. I'm lonely. So the cats and kitties outside help me. Let that sentence live for a moment. She wasn't feeding cats despite the loneliness. She was feeding cats because of it. In another timeline, this is a feel-good local news segment. Beloved grandmother cares for neighborhood strays. Everyone smiles. Roll credits. But this is Garfield Heights, and Garfield Heights has Ordinance 505.23. The law prohibiting residents from feeding stray animals had a practical logic behind it. Stray populations grow. They create sanitation problems. Neighbors complain. Cities need tools. On paper, not insane. In practice, they were about to jail a grieving widow for feeding cats. It didn't start with jail. It started in 2015. A neighbor called animal control. Then another neighbor, then another. Animal warden Bonnie Hackett showed up, explained the ordinance, left. Nancy went back outside and fed the cats, because what was she supposed to do? Over the next 4 years, 4 citations, multiple court appearances, fines, probation, a suspended jail sentence hanging over her head like a clock. July 2015, convicted of violating Ordinance 505.23. May 2017, cited again. July 2017, convicted of having too many cats. Placed on probation. August 2017, cited for failing to dispose of animal waste. Each time the city's message was the same. Stop feeding the cats. Each time Nancy's answer was the same. She kept feeding the cats. I would always feed them and care for them because I was worried about them. And I'm a cat lover. In July 2019, Nancy appeared before Magistrate Jeffrey Short. She admitted, under oath, that she had continued feeding the cats while on probation. Magistrate Short reviewed the record. 4 citations, 4 years, multiple convictions, probation violated. He sentenced her to 10 days in Cuyahoga County Jail. 10 days. Report date, August 11th, 2019. Nancy told reporters, "The thought of going to jail scares me so bad. And then, it's too much of a sentence for me, for what I'm doing. When there are so many people out there that do bad things, he was not wrong. The story exploded. Local news picked it up, then national outlets. Then the internet did what the internet does. And suddenly everyone had an opinion about Nancy Segula and the cats of Garfield Heights. The public pressure worked. On August 5th, 6 days before Nancy was supposed to report to jail, Judge Jennifer Weiler took the case. She suspended the 10-day sentence. She ordered counseling for depression. She connected Nancy with Paws Ohio, an organization that would trap, neuter, vaccinate, and rehome the remaining cats. Nancy Segula did not go to jail. Now here's what the city wanted you to know. Police clarified, Nancy had never technically been arrested. No handcuffs, no squad car, just a court sentence. City Law Director Tim Riley pointed out that this wasn't about one bowl of cat food. It was 4 years of citations, multiple convictions, probation violations, and a documented sanitation problem. Animal Warden Bonnie Hackett had already removed 22 cats from the area. 10 to 12 remained. The city had a point. But here's what the city could not explain away. Ordinance 500 and 5.23 is still on the books. The legal mechanism that produced a 10-day jail sentence for a grieving 79-year-old widow feeding cats, that mechanism is intact. Garfield Heights is not alone. Dozens of American cities have similar ordinances, similar logic, similar potential. The law doesn't know about Nancy's husband. It doesn't know about the quiet mornings. It doesn't know about the bowl of food that gave her day a shape. The law just sees a repeat offender. Nancy Segula continued feeding the cats. Of course she did. The sentence was reduced. The cameras went away. The internet found something else to be angry about. Paws Ohio took most of the remaining cats. And every morning in Garfield Heights, a 79-year-old woman walked outside with a bowl of cat food. Because some things are bigger than Ordinance 505.23. The cats, for the record, are still out there. This was illegal by law. Every case is documented. Every law is real. Subscribe, because next episode, someone got a parking ticket and the city took their house legally.